Maha Kumbh 2025, Balancing Tradition and Global Appeal. Written by Rithi Agnihotri. Maha Kumbh 2025 offers a global platform for showcasing Hindu culture, enhancing Hindu identity through cultural diplomacy, and correcting misconceptions about Hindu Dharma on the international stage. Culture is not an isolated phenomenon. It is inherently intertwined with the dynamics of power and politics. The concept of cultural hegemony, rooted in Marxist thought, provides an insightful framework to understand why certain cultures dominate and impose their worldview, while others struggle for survival. In contemporary times, a nation's culture is deeply connected to political discourse, geopolitics, and international diplomacy. The projection of cultural essence and values is thus of paramount importance. Against this backdrop, India's efforts to redefine and reinvigorate its civilizational narrative carry profound symbolic significance. The Hindu community, in particular, is navigating a period of intense flux and challenges. As Hindus in India and the global diaspora seek to reclaim their dharmic roots, stepping beyond the framework of secularism, they also face significant adversity. In countries like Bangladesh and Pakistan, Hindu minorities endure severe oppression, while in many Western nations, anti-Hindu hate crimes have sharply increased. Hindudvesha, aka Hinduphobia, characterized by both discursive and material expressions of hostility, has seen unprecedented growth worldwide. In such a climate, the global promotion of Hindu traditions and culture assumes immense importance. Discursive Hindudvesha, propaganda, and misinformation targeting Hindu Dharma necessitates a robust cultural counter-narrative. Equally critical is addressing material Hindudvesha, encompassing tangible acts of violence and intimidation. Together, these challenges underscore the need to project Hindu culture and civilization on an international scale. Within this context, the Maha Kumbh Festival, to be held in Prayagraj from January 13th to February 26, 2025, emerges as a landmark event. Celebrated every 12 years, the Maha Kumbh is India's largest gathering and one of the most sacred festivals in Hindu Dharma. It provides a platform to showcase the diverse rituals and traditions of Hindu sampradayas, particularly those led by ascetics and religious leaders. The Akhadas, which have historically represented the spiritual and martial traditions of Hinduism, remain a central feature of the festival. The 2025 Maha Kumbh uniquely combines tradition and technology, with artificial intelligence playing a pivotal role in enhancing event management and visitor experience. With participation from international ascetics, pilgrims, and dignitaries, it is poised to be a global celebration. This edition of the Maha Kumbh offers an unparalleled opportunity to consolidate Hindu identity and project Hindu Dharma and culture on the world stage, as explored further in the following sections. Maha Kumbh goes global, a confluence of tradition and modernity. The Maha Kumbh 2025 represents a landmark moment as it goes global, combining the timeless essence of Hindu Dharma with a modern touch. The host state of Uttar Pradesh has extended invitations to diplomats from 34 countries, signaling a significant effort in cultural diplomacy. These invitations have been sent to high-ranking representatives from nations such as Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Thailand, Nepal, Cambodia, Mauritius, Bhutan, Myanmar, Fiji, Malaysia, Laos, Vietnam, the UK, the US, Russia, France, Canada, Australia, and Germany. This outreach positions the Maha Kumbh as a platform for promoting Hindu culture and traditions on the global stage, rectifying misconceptions and stereotypes about Hindu Dharma. It also aligns with the government's vision of branding India's sacred sites as global spiritual tourism destinations. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi underscored this effort during his recent visit to Kuwait, inviting the Indian diaspora to participate in the upcoming Maha Kumbh in Prayagraj. Since taking office in 2014, the Modi government has prioritized the promotion of Hindu pilgrimage sites and festivals to global audiences. While critics argue that such efforts risk diluting the sacredness of these traditions, turning them into mere spectacles, the importance of global cultural projection cannot be understated. Balancing global appeal with the preservation of indigenous roots is the key to this endeavor. The Maha Kumbh 2025 has attracted international spiritual leaders, enhancing its global character. Reports indicate participation from saints and seers from diverse countries, including Nepal, Spain, South Korea, and Japan. Notable participants include Yog Mata Keiko from Japan, a disciple of Juna Akara's Maha Mandaleshwar Giri, Hema Nand Giri from Nepal, a female saint and Maha Mandaleshwar of Juna Akara, and Bruno Giri, a French saint who has attended 2 previous Kumbh Melas. Maha Kumbh 2025 embraces modern technology to enhance visitor experience and ensure seamless management, all while preserving its traditional rituals. The festival's hallmark practices, such as the Peshwai of Akhadas, the grand ceremonial procession of Akhadas to the festival site, the holy dip rituals, and the participation of Naga sadhus, remain integral to its essence. The Uttar Pradesh government has introduced advanced technological solutions, including a dedicated app and website, an AI-powered chatbot in 11 languages, and QR-based passes for vehicles and attendees. Other innovations include a multilingual digital lost and found center, live streaming of key rituals like the Ganga Aarti, and extensive use of AI surveillance for crowd management. Over 2,700 CCTV cameras, including 328 AI-enabled ones, will monitor activities, ensuring safety and order throughout the event. Despite its modern elements, the Maha Kumbh retains its spiritual sanctity. Alcohol and non-vegetarian food are strictly prohibited during the festival, ensuring adherence to Hindu traditions. The police have also taken steps to respect religious sensitivities. Officers will follow strict dietary guidelines, consuming only vegetarian food prepared in mess facilities. Additionally, a total alcohol ban will be enforced across the festival grounds. A robust training program is also in place for approximately 40,000 police personnel. This initiative goes beyond standard behavioral protocols, focusing on cultural sensitivity and respectful interactions with pilgrims. A powerful slap to the woke narrative. Hinduism has long been a target of the woke lobby, with its traditions and culture routinely denigrated by sections of the media and academia. Critics often label Hinduism as regressive, dogmatic, patriarchal, and oppressive. However, a closer examination of Hindu traditions reveals a narrative entirely opposite to these claims. One of the most common accusations is that Hinduism oppresses individuals with alternative sexualities. As Rajiv Malhotra and Vijaya Vishwanathan aptly explain in Snakes in the Ganga, Breaking India 2.0, woke ideologies often lump together various identity groups to portray Hinduism as an archetypal oppressor. Casual assertions that Hindu Dharma is anti-LGBTQ+, anti-minority, anti-women, and anti-Dalit are widespread. Contrary to such portrayals, Hinduism has a rich tradition of inclusivity regarding gender and sexuality. Hindu scriptures are replete with stories of individuals who defy binary gender norms and embrace alternative sexual identities. The Hindu worldview, rooted in the interplay of masculine and feminine energies, sees both as equally essential, celebrating the diversity of existence. In stark contrast, it is the rigid dogmas of the Abrahamic worldview that have historically marginalized individuals with alternative sexualities. The Maha Kumbh 2025 serves as a powerful reminder of Hinduism's progressive legacy. One notable aspect of the festival is the participation of the Kinnar Akhadas, an Akhada comprising transgender sadhus. A part of Juna Akara, one of Hinduism's most prominent Akhadas, the Kinnar Akhadas also participated in the 2019 Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj. India is home to 13 Kinnar Akhadas, each with its own rituals and deities. Some worship Bhagwan Shiva, while others revere Vishnu Bhagwan as their primary deity, Aradhya. The Peshwai procession of the Kinnar Akhadas for the 2025 Maha Kumbh has already commenced, marked by fanfare and reverence. Leaders from the Akhada have expressed their desire to raise awareness about the rights of the Kinnar community and challenge negative stereotypes. They emphasize the need for social inclusion, advocating for education and employment opportunities to provide Kinnars with dignified livelihoods. The spiritual leaders of the Kinnar Akhadas also reiterate their commitment to the preservation of Sanatan Dharma, highlighting their dedication to upholding its values and traditions. Inclusivity at the Maha Kumbh 2025 extends beyond the Kinnar Akhadas. Marginalized communities, including Dalits, have been given prominent roles within Akhadas, highlighting Hinduism's commitment to breaking societal barriers. This progressive approach challenges the woke lobby's misrepresentation of Hinduism, offering a living example of its egalitarian principles. Hinduism's values extend beyond inclusivity to encompass principles of environmental conservation and sustainability. The Maha Kumbh 2025 has been conceptualized as a green Maha Kumbh to promote global environmental awareness. Sustainable practices form the core of the festival, including creation of zero-waste zones, plastic-free campaigns, eco-friendly sanitation facilities, renewable energy usage, green transportation options, community-driven cleanliness initiatives. Efforts to involve local communities are evident in campaigns like Har Ghar Dastak, which mobilizes residents of Prayagraj in sanitation drives. Over 1,500 Ganga Sevadats have been trained to lead these efforts, emphasizing the importance of sanitation and environmental stewardship. Additionally, the One Thali One Thaila campaign promotes the use of reusable steel plates, thalis, and cloth bags, reducing paper and plastic waste. This initiative, led by Periyavaran Sanrakshan Gadavidi, recently saw 14,000 steel plates and cloth bags dispatched from Rajasthan. Participating Akhadas are integrating green practices into their rituals, further reinforcing the alignment of Hindu traditions with sustainability. Hinduism's alignment with modern progressive values is far from new. As David Frawley notes in What is Hinduism?, Sanatan Dharma has long provided solutions to contemporary global issues such as sustainability, climate change, green energy, ecological diversity, feminism, and multiculturalism. These principles have been deeply embedded in Hindu philosophy for centuries, long before they entered modern international discourse. However, Hindus have traditionally been less vocal about their accomplishments and progressive traditions. The Maha Kumbh 2025 offers a unique platform for Hindus to reclaim their narrative and showcase their cultural and spiritual strengths on a global stage. Showcasing the legacy of Akhadas. The showcasing of Akhadas has long been an integral and defining feature of the Maha Kumbh. While the 2025 Kumbh Mela incorporates advanced technology and modern infrastructure, the traditional rituals and practices associated with the Akhadas remain at the core of its essence. Although the Maha Kumbh officially begins on January 13, 2025, the Peshwai or Nagar Agman of Akhadas, marking their ceremonial procession to Prayagraj, begins much earlier. This ancient tradition, deeply rooted in the cultural fabric of the Mela, reflects the spiritual and martial heritage of these institutions. The Nagar Agman of Juna Akhada and Kinnar Akhada in early November has already set the stage for the grand event, honoring a centuries-old custom. Akhadas are fundamental to the preservation and propagation of Hinduism, or Sanatan Dharma. While they are primarily composed of ascetics who renounce worldly life, their mission extends far beyond spiritual pursuits. Historically, these institutions have been pivotal in protecting Hindu culture and religion during times of external threats. Contrary to the stereotypical image of ascetics as entirely detached from worldly concerns, Akhadas were originally conceptualized as warrior groups. These groups were formed to defend Dharma, particularly during periods of foreign invasions and aggression. When Hindu political powers weakened, sadhus and ascetics took up arms to safeguard their faith and protect their communities from the brutality of Islamic invaders. For instance, during the 1666 Kumbh Mela in Haridwar, Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb's forces attacked Hindu ascetics and devotees. The sadhus responded valiantly, exemplifying the festival's role as a site of resistance and protection of Sanatan Dharma. An article published by Hindu Jagrati offers a compelling account of the historical significance of the Akhadas, highlighting instances where sadhus from various Akhadas courageously confronted Islamic invaders to defend Hindu Dharma, often sacrificing their lives in the process. The Naga sect and Dashanami renunciants came together and held spears as a weapon which symbolized strength. They began to give training in gymnastics and using of various weapons such as swords, along with lessons on religious scriptures. 2 parts: the weapon-wielding renunciants who preserve the ancient spiritual traditions and the weapon-wielding renunciants who fight for the protection of Dharma, were created among the Nagadashanami renunciants. They performed the historic mission of protecting Dharma as given ahead. Akhadas have existed in Hinduism since ancient times, and Adi Shankaracharya is credited with formalizing the structure by establishing 7 Dashanami Akhadas for the preservation of Hindu Dharma. Today, major Akhadas participating in the Maha Kumbh include Juna Akhada, Naga Akhada, Niranjani Akhada, Mahanirvani Akhada, Vaishnava Akhada, and Kinnar Akhadas. Each Akhada is governed by its own code of conduct, unique rituals, and practices, which all members are expected to uphold. The role of Akhadas demonstrates how the defense of Dharma is intrinsically woven into the fabric of Hinduism. Their history dispels the notion, often propagated by left-liberal narratives, that Hinduism and Hindutva are entirely separate. This false dichotomy, suggesting that Hinduism is apolitical and devoid of worldly concerns, ignores the active engagement of Akhadas in protecting the faith from external threats. The display of Akhadas at the Maha Kumbh is significant not only for its cultural and spiritual value but also for correcting misconceptions about Hindu traditions. Western media often sensationalize and misrepresent the practices of Hindu sadhus, particularly the Naga sadhus, portraying them in an exoticized and disrespectful manner without understanding the context of their lives and rituals. By providing a platform for the Akhadas to showcase their heritage and traditions, the Maha Kumbh offers an opportunity to educate global audiences and foster respect for Hindu cultural sensitivities. Negotiating secular appropriation. As Maha Kumbh 2025 embraces artificial intelligence and takes on a more international profile, it must navigate significant challenges, particularly the pressures of secular appropriation and woke maneuvering. The festival, deeply rooted in Hindu traditions and spirituality, faces potential demands to dilute its distinctly Hindu identity in favor of a more secular presentation. Hindu spiritual and religious leaders must resist such pressures to preserve the authenticity and sanctity of this historic celebration. A growing concern among Hindu leaders and organizations has been the participation of non-Hindu vendors at the Maha Kumbh. Hindu spiritual leader Bhadeshwar Dam Sarkar, also known as Dhirendra Krishna Shastri, recently advocated for a policy that allows only those who respect Hinduism and its traditions to set up stalls at the festival. While there is limited clarity on the criteria for stall allotments at the event, organizers and authorities must take into account the sentiments of the Hindu community. The Maha Kumbh is not a secular gathering but a deeply Hindu festival with a legacy spanning several centuries. To allow individuals or groups with no connection to Hinduism to profit from the festival under the guise of secularism undermines its historical and cultural significance. A comparable situation at sacred sites of Abrahamic religions, such as Christian or Islamic festivals, would likely not permit such a practice, further underscoring the need for reciprocity and respect. Another pressing concern is the potential threat of foreign interference through technological interventions. Many AI implementations in India involve partnerships with global tech companies like Microsoft. While these collaborations can be beneficial, they also raise questions about data security and ownership, especially when sensitive information about Indian citizens is involved. Rajiv Malhotra, in his book Artificial Intelligence and the Future of Power, 5 Battlegrounds, highlights the risks posed by foreign-led data collection efforts. He discusses the 2018 Harvard project, Mapping the Kumbh Mela, which invited foreign research agencies to gather data at the Prayagraj Kumbh Mela under the guise of public health research. According to Malhotra, the project covertly collected sensitive socio-demographic, DNA, and psychological data of over 1 million Indians. Despite his warnings, the project proceeded without sufficient safeguards to ensure India's ownership of the data. Such instances highlight the importance of vigilance. Local authorities and government officials must exercise due diligence before granting permissions for research or data collection at culturally significant events like the Maha Kumbh. Wrapping up, as the Hindu community asserts its identity and India reclaims its civilizational roots, striking a balance between global appeal and preserving authenticity is crucial. The Maha Kumbh 2025, a living tradition, reflects centuries of devotion and sacrifice, embodying the resilience of Sanatan Dharma. Efforts to showcase it globally must enhance appreciation without diluting its spiritual and cultural significance. Maha Kumbh is more than a tourist attraction. It is a testament to India's enduring heritage. While promoting its global reach, the festival's sacred origins must remain intact. By safeguarding its authenticity, India can present the Maha Kumbh as a vibrant symbol of its dharmic ethos, resonating deeply with Hindus and inspiring respect worldwide.